Hello, it's Rodog Does Politics, back with the first video I think that I've done in a year. So apologies to all my subscribers if you haven't seen me. I think just basically pandemic has sort of stalled me from making videos. But hopefully I'm back now, and as you can see from my channel, I've sort of done some tweaks, and hopefully I should be making some videos, some more videos soon. So yeah, I'm here today to talk about the 1% pay rise for NHS staff, which recently came out in the news yesterday and sort of Wednesday, when the anticipated budget was released by the Chancellor, Rishi Sunak, which included actually not very much at all for the NHS staff, or indeed the NHS, which has been chronically underfunded for over a decade now by the Tory government, as we all know. And it was shared that, or proposed that the NHS staff, nurses and doctors and the like, hospital porters, cleaners, trainee staff, health assistants, should only receive 1% pay rise, which is basically a slap in the face, considering all of the hard work that they have committed over the course of the past year due to the coronavirus pandemic, which they have literally slogged and put their literal blood, sweat and tears into helping to defeat. So if you think of the thousands and thousands and thousands of cases of people admitted to hospital to be treated, almost overrun in a lot of hospital cases. They've just been working, slogging themselves to the bone, and there are many reports of hospital staff getting sort of PTSD symptoms, stress, having to sort of take sick leave, not being able to cope. Just being so overburdened with all of this stuff happening, and receiving next to no extra funding or salary increases, basically. And this was being reported yesterday by many union members, the Royal College of Nursing and the nursing unions, who have been asking for, I think it was a 12.5% pay rise, but the proposed is actually only 1%. And if you factor in inflation, it's actually, you could argue that's actually a pay freeze, or possibly a decrease. So then they're really getting next to nothing, which is completely unacceptable. So yeah, that's what the government is proposing, and again, it's just a kick in the teeth. It's a complete kick in the teeth. And I'm wondering why there isn't more outrage. I've seen a lot on social media, but from what it looks like in the polls currently, the Tories have a 13-point lead ahead of Labour. And I think that's basically from the vaccination bounce that's been going on. We've been really successful in vaccinating people. We've vaccinated, I don't know the exact figure, but it's something in like the 17 million or something like that. Please correct me if that number is wrong. Yeah, we've done a really good job in doing that, but I think that's largely due to, again, NHS staff and also volunteers who have worked really hard to roll this vaccination programme out, not necessarily through the expertise and competence of the government, who have so far shown themselves to be completely incompetent, making mistake after mistake after mistake. But we forget about all those things, miraculously forget about them, because, the vaccine rollout is going well, and we're due to be coming out of lockdown sometime in April/May, depending on whether the cases will go down, which I'm not optimistic about. So yeah, that's that. But there are a myriad of things that the Tories have completely muffed up over the course of the past year. Here are just a few of them, and I'm reading this off the Mirror website, who have done a list. So, you know, you've got locking down too late, which is the start of the pandemic, when we were warned that this virus was coming. We locked down sort of weeks later compared to other countries. We delayed a second lockdown when other people were demanding a circuit breaker lockdown in October of last year. We didn't do that. What else? Care home crisis, you know, thousands of people living in care homes put at major risk as a result of not protecting care homes. You know, in many cases, patients being put back into care homes without being tested for COVID. There's the travel quarantine stuff going on, so holiday makers coming back and not quarantining properly. The test and trace, obviously the £12 billion supposedly sent out to private contractors without tender. That's currently being investigated by courts. Most prominently Good Law Project, which you should check out. What other things? Oh, there's so many. Yeah, COVID contract cronyism. The GCSE and A-level downgrade grading system, which ended up being U-turned on by Gavin Williamson. Absolute failure. Dominic Cummings debacle, which happened at the start of the first lockdown, and he's now since resigned / been fired, whichever way you want to look at it. Priti Patel bullying saga, that's another one. Test and trace app being delayed. Contact tracing failure to reach thousands of people. Brexit, that's a big one. No deal, nobody can export anything, fishermen facing absolute crisis. Breaking international law, that's another one since the withdrawal agreement. Oh dear me. Universal credit cuts, which has now been fixed by deciding to keep the £20 a week extra. The free school meals thing that Marcus Rashford forced the government to U-turn on. Oh, so many things. So many things. But, you know, it's, you know, almost the end of lockdown and we can forget about all these monumental mistakes and look forward to coming out of lockdown and the end of this terrible pandemic. Yeah, it's funny how short people's memories are. And, you know, we should be making more noise about this. The fact that a 1% pay rise for NHS staff. What a disgrace. It's an absolute disgrace. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. It's good to hear from you. If you're an NHS worker or know someone that does work in the NHS, let me know what you think. And hopefully I'll be back with more videos very soon. Don't forget to rate, comment and also subscribe if you like these videos. See you guys later.